Hi, this is Jeanette Kozlowski with RunningShoes.com. I'm at Outdoor Retailer 2013. I'm joined by Paul, and we're going to check out the Single-Track Hayasa II. What can you tell us about this new shoe?
Well, a couple fun facts, I guess, or stories that I think are interesting that I hope trail runners will too. The first thing is we really worked closely with our athletes to develop the Hayasa II. In the Hayasa I, it was a great trail shoe, but they came back to us and asked us to make it lighter and more responsive, more protective on the trail. So what we did was come up with an outsole that has a real center of pressure distribution, so it's nice and smooth and protective, but also gives a decent amount of traction, particularly on a dry trail for really long distances. Further protection is around the heel. You'll see this clip that stabilizes a runner's gait cycle as they go long distances, and it works really well with how we've designed the heel to really articulate on steep descents. So those things are a couple of the things that have improved from the Hayasa I to the II. Further, we're using a different foam compound that's impervious to temperature change. So like here we are in Salt Lake City, and it's 5 degrees this morning. Anyone who went for a run, their shoes felt really firm, but using a Pebax foam, it maintains a constant temperature, so your shoe feels the same all the way through the run, regardless of temperature. Working with Lizzie Hawker, who's one of the preeminent ultra runners in the world, she asked us if we could take this shoe and make it even lighter yet, so we stripped the upper out and made it a real track spike-like upper, so coming from a track idea rather than a mountain idea to make a super lightweight, flexible and protective shoe.
Is there any support features in this shoe?
Yeah, you know, ultra runners tend to be on the trail for a very long time, so we've augmented the midfoot with a little bit of support, so you get the correct torsionability. And the Pebax foam is such that it has a higher resiliency rate than traditional foam. So over the course of a long run, you'll get a constant amount of cushioning throughout the run. It doesn't break down as quickly as some traditional foams do.
Now, not everyone is an ultra runner, so would you recommend this to just your average 5K runner, trail runner?
For sure, and even a road runner too. So one of the great things about the Hayasa II is we've made the outsole grippy enough but general enough that it can work on soft or scree surfaces. And it's really positioned more as like a lightweight neutral shoe. So anyone who wants to just post up and run their neighborhood 5K, getting into the sport and want a real natural, lightweight, flexible feel, the Hayasa is going to work for them. If you want to run a 100-miler, it's going to work for you as well. That's what people like Lizzie and Mike Wolf, that's what those guys do, and they've inspired us to make a shoe that'll do both.
And what's the difference between the Hayasa I?
Well, the Hayasa I, it was a completely different shoe. It had a different outsole configuration. It didn't use the foam and have the benefits of Pebax foam that we've used. It did not have the type of heel stability feature. So the Hayasa II has become smoother, lighter, more flexible than the Hayasa I was. So if you were in that Hayasa I, you're going to find a similar fit, but a better feel and a better ride overall.
Well, thank you so much, Paul. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And this has been Jeanette with RunningShoes.com.